Support the Wargaming Guy.
Please subscribe.
Hey everybody, it's the Wargaming Guy, and welcome to our sneak peek. This is something new and a little different here that we're going to do today. Hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think at the end, and let's jump in and take a look at what is coming down the road for us very soon. Today we're going to do a little sneak peek, something I don't think I've done in ages, for a game that I know nothing about other than what's already on the Matrix website. Just want to be clear, I'm not a beta tester, I'm not involved with this, but I saw this and looked at it the other day, and I think that it's going to interest a lot of us. So I pulled up some screenshots, and I'm going to just be sharing with you some information that the Matrix has put out. It says coming soon. I don't know how soon is, but I know I'm looking forward to checking this game out. So we can zoom in on this map a little bit, and as you can see, it's quite a map. It shows a huge amount of area, so this game is going to cover a lot of ground. Now, WEGO Stalingrad is, not too surprisingly, a WEGO game. It is the flagship of Brian Kelly's operational level, ground-centric WEGO World War II game system, built on the framework of Desert War 1940-42. I did not play that game, so this is going to be interesting. And it, of course, deals with the whole Stalingrad campaign. It consists of a series of historical scenarios and campaigns that allow the players to explore the whole thing. And you can play hot seat AI or by email. Now, WEGO is one of those things that sounds great, but in my own personal experience, the few WEGO games I've played didn't match up. So I am looking forward to this instead of IGO-UGO, which is obviously inherently unrealistic. WEGO should work, but in playing the games that I've played, a lot of very weird ahistorical things happen. So I'm looking forward to seeing how he's managed to work this out. There is fog of war, so that's going to be good too. Okay, it says the WEGO World War II Stalingrad 1942 comes with 3 campaigns. Each campaign consists of 3 to 6 linked scenarios. So it's broken down like that. It's just not wide open, apparently. The game uses stylized maps of the Russian steppes. So I guess that means they're fudging it a little bit to help with gameplay. I don't know. The grid is employed to help, of course, regulate movement and placement of assets. There's air, naval, and ground assets are off-map, and those capabilities can be brought into play when you see fit. So the only actual units then we're going to be having are ground units. Ground units range in size from company to regiment brigade level, and they're represented within regular NATO symbology. Air assets represent air groups that can conduct counter-air interdiction. Air resupply and bombardment and reconnaissance assets can collect information about enemy locations and strengths and all that stuff. Now, here's another map. This shows you some of the combat that's going on, and of course, it is ranged combat, so that puts a different wrinkle into things. So take a look at, sorry about this stupid thing from Lenovo. They build great computers, but their software is very annoying. Naval Assets represent the Soviet, whoops, I just somehow did something wrong. And all right, I'm sorry. I'm reading this stuff off my phone because I don't have another screen for my computer. Naval Assets represent the Soviet Volga River Flotilla. These assets can conduct bombardment and ground support. Ground assets provide additional capabilities. Ground assets include electronic warfare assets. That's kind of interesting. Command and control activities and special forces. Logistic assets provide additional resources and can enhance the movement, combat, or replacement priority to the player's selected units. Ground scales. There are 2 ground scales in the game. The operational map uses 2,500 meters, 1.5 miles per hex. The tactical level maps of Stalingrad represent 500 meters per hex. Timescale, number of turns per day, depends on the ground scale of the scenario. Scenario that have the ground scale of 2,500 meters are 5 game turns per day. For example, games 1 through 4 are game turns 1 through 4 are considered day turns, each 5 hours long. Game turn 5 is a night. 4 hours long. Scenarios that have the ground scale of 500 per hex have 2 turns per day. 1 day, 1 night. Okay. Some of the features, WEGO, obviously, simultaneous movement and combat, fog of war, which is kind of cool. Let's take a look at something else here. There we go. Give you an example of how the game is set up and all the info you can get on your units. Let's just zoom in on that. Off-map assets, as we've mentioned. Complete game editor included. You can create maps, units, assets, scenarios, campaigns, AI scripting, and more. That's interesting. That might result in all kinds of interesting mods being done. Linked scenario campaigns, night turns, and there are penalties for conducting night operations. AI staff assist, hurrah! The staff AI can help players by creating ground battles and assigning air-ground assets. This can be set to happen automatically at the turn start or at any time during the turn using hotkeys. Okay, that's interesting. Air transport assets can supply encircled units. Obviously, you'd need that for a Stalingrad campaign. Supply depots and airfields are added supply sources. Logistics management include fuel, ammo, personnel, and replacement systems to rebuild understrength ground units, and there's terrain like rivers and bridges, steps, mud flats, and city hexes as well. So let's take a look at this. This is interesting. So you can see how I guess you tell your units where you want them to move on the map, and you get these. This reminds me actually of Gettysburg, and which I really liked as a game. And I think if you're doing the same kind of thing here, that is really nice. Players can break down regiments and brigades into 3 battalion-sized task force, or you can combine 3 battalions into a regiment brigade. Divisions can detach from one corps to another. An in-game attack editor. The player can right-click on a planned attack to see the units and assets currently involved. Using the attack editor, you can remove or add ground units, artillery support, and air assets to the attack. The player can also assign different attack orders to each separate unit in the attack. And as you can see, here's a little bit of Stalingrad. And let's get you a little more. That's a close-up. We'll even get closer on Stalingrad. So it's not like a historical map of the city in terms of where every building is and whatever. But it is just, sort of a stylized view of it, as they said. So, okay, that makes sense. And you can see here, you've got all of your units. Let's see if I can, is that it? Yeah, let's see. Here we go. Now we can get a little closer in, and you can check all this out. You can see the different UI, the user interface that they have down here as well. So it looks pretty interesting. It doesn't look like this is going to need a high level of computing. Windows 7 or better, Pentium 4 or better, a gig of RAM, 400 meg of uncompressed hard drive space. So that doesn't look too bad either. Now, like I said, I don't know anything about this game. I haven't played it. I haven't seen it other than what you're looking at right here. Here, by the way, is the home page for it on Matrix's website. But I think it really does look interesting. And so let's just take a look at this one too. There you go. So this, I don't know if this is this like looking at, let's zoom in closer, at like supply or command. I'm not sure what that is. And that's the 78th Infantry Division, the 4th Regiment or something like that. So I don't know exactly what this is, but it is kind of interesting. I'm thinking it's probably command because it seems to have the dash lines there, but who knows? All I know is it looks like it's going to be an interesting new look at ground that's been very well trod. In fact, my first response when I saw it was WEGO was, oh, that should be really cool. And then when I saw Stalingrad, I was like, yeah. But I know it sells well, lots of interest. So I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I'm a little tired of Stalingrad, but that's okay. So that's it, guys. This is just a little sneak peek. You can check it all out on the Matrix website as well. there it is. There's the URL for you. And it's coming soon, they say. Don't know how soon, but hopefully soon enough. And we can dig into this and enjoy it. I am looking forward to this, and hopefully we'll get a chance to share this on the channel. So, there we go. We'll just take a look at one more. So, till next time, let me know what you think of this. If you'd like more sneak peeks, we can do this. It's not that hard, obviously, for me. So, let me know what you think in the comments below. And until next time, take care out there, everybody. Give me a subscribe if you enjoyed this, and I will see you later.